This is Davina Flame narrating Trapped at School. This is Chapter 1. Thank you for listening. "Please get down from there," yelled the teacher's aide from across the schoolyard. It was the third time in a week that he had been caught. "If you don't start climbing down immediately, it will be straight to detention for you." Thomas was swaying back and forth towards the top of a tree, attempting with all his might to see beyond the roof of the elementary school. He was almost there, if only he could climb up a few more feet. But he did not dare get sent to detention. He had been there too many times. "What if you were to have fallen?" the aide asked, as Thomas hopped to the ground. "Don't you know you could have seriously injured yourself, or worse? Don't do it again." "I'm sorry," sobbed Thomas. "I just really want to see what is over there. The rest of the playground is so boring." Defeated, he slowly walked back towards his group of friends, Jimmy, Sally, and Daniel. Sally whispered immediately in excitement, "Thomas, did you see anything? Did you climb high enough up in the tree to see?" "No," said a dejected Thomas. "The roof goes further than I thought. I can't try it again. I don't want to go to detention." The four of them spent the rest of recess in silence, concentrating on the clouds gently floating by and trying to think of another plan. "All right, I'll do it. I'll climb the tree tomorrow, to the very tippy top, and I'll see what is over there. I haven't had a warning in a long time, so she won't send me to detention," announced Jimmy, as the bell rang and the students lined up to head back to class. All four of them smiled at the newly formed plan as they retreated inside. But by recess of the next day, the tree at the center of the schoolyard had been chopped 2/3 of the way up. It was no longer taller than the school, no chance of seeing beyond the roof now. Devastated, the group of friends spent recess walking in circles around the periphery of the schoolyard. As far as they could tell, and as far back as any of them could remember, the schoolyard was at the very center of the school's property. It had been designed to protect the students from any outside dangers. After classes ended for the day, the four friends met up again in the cinema room. It was a nice break before their extracurricular activities began. They had already seen every movie multiple times, and so they did as the other kids did and sat talking amongst themselves. "Quick, everyone," Daniel whispered. "While we aren't being supervised, take a look." He pulled out his journal — everyone was supposed to keep one — and flipped it towards the back. 4 pieces of loose paper slid out, and he arranged them on the floor in their proper order. The resulting image was of a large central square surrounded by lines branching out in a maze. The schoolyard surrounded by the hallways and classrooms of the elementary school. Cindy and Tim managed to explore the eastern section over here, but they had no more luck than I did. "We will not try going south anymore. That is where the teachers are. Every detention is 15 minutes longer than the last, and it is adding up fast for me. West. This area here should be explored more." He pointed to a blank section on one of his journal pages. "But I think the best option is to go north. Last week I managed to get an excused absence from band class." Tim blew his trumpet so loud in my ear that it would not stop ringing, and Mrs. Grenda let me leave early. Don't try to copy that method for at least a few weeks. We don't want anyone to become suspicious. Anyway, I walked through these hallways, around this corner, and to this point. His finger landed on a part of the map at the edge of the maze. When I turned this corner and faced north, this hallway extended further than I could see, and there was light at the end of it. I would have gone further, but time was running out. Plus, I had to tell all of you about it, just in case. The rest of the group copied the newly found hallways into their own journals, then hid them away. Daniel kept tracing pathways through the school, trying to find more places to explore. "I'll try to go north tomorrow," Sally said. "I haven't explored any of the hallways for a few weeks, so it won't seem wrong if I am gone for a bit. But please come meet me in my room tonight after the movie and our extracurriculars are over, around 9 o'clock. I won't be able to sleep much tonight anyway." Their bedtime was 8:30, so they had to be stealthy. Fortunately, they knew all the best hiding spots in the school, and everyone managed to arrive in Sally's room on time. Once the group of friends had finished assembling, Sally greeted everyone, then sat on the edge of her bed to speak. "I was very happy to hear about Daniel's discovery earlier today. I think it is exactly what we have been looking for, especially for me." "What do you mean, especially for you?" Daniel responded. "We all want to know what is out there." "I don't just want to know what is out there. I want to leave." The other kids stopped fidgeting and paid more attention. "I think we all feel that way sometimes, but we all know what happens when somebody leaves. They never come back," Jimmy exclaimed. "Look in the glass trophy case near the cafeteria. When someone leaves, we always place their journal there in case they come back, and as a reminder to everyone else. So far, nobody has ever come back." Sally responded. "Last week I looked at those journals and counted 12 of them. 12 people who have left. The principal. She left too. What was it? Maybe a month ago? I am already forgetting what she looked like." "It's not like we saw her that much," said Jimmy. "She seemed to stay in her office quite a bit. She always came up with so many random rules. I bet she is the one who told us that it is bad manners to look at our food while we eat. It's probably better that she is gone, and I hope she never comes back. No, it's just my memory. Like the rest of you, it's always been bad. That's why we have to keep the daily journals. We can go back and read about what happened last week, or last month, or 3 months ago." "I stopped taking the journal seriously a couple months ago," Thomas said. "I used to draw pictures in mine, but I can't bother to do it again when they eventually make us destroy them. Why do you all spend so much time writing in those journals when you can't keep them?" Sally jumped down to the floor, reached under her bed, and pulled out a worn cardboard box. Everyone gasped as they saw what was inside. Dozens of journals. She sat next to them, a glum expression on her face.